And this.
I heard rage in the background.
Google Chrome keeps crashing now.
Yay! 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 I was like, what?
That was bad. That's your intro for the live stuff this week. Yay! 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 Inception.
Yeah, see, I already have mine muted. I'm watching the chat though. And we are all here and ready to talk about stuff. Apparently there is the return of some horks this week, and we'll be talking about that. We'll probably be doing some call-ins too.
Blue mare.
So,
wow.
Yes.
I have to digest this episode. It was a pretty good one. It was kind of what we wanted for a while, or as I've heard some people say, it was the Brony Pander episode.
It was. It was pretty heavy on fan service.
I give it an 11 out of 10 for it.
But it was nothing like universe breaking. It wasn't like they did so much pandering that it kind of hurt the mythos. I don't know. It was just little things that we all went, oh yeah, that's sort of like that other thing.
Though here's a question: with all the callbacks, any sign of Grey Mare?
Yeah,
I did not see her. Did you?
She was in the crowd at the magic show at the end.
Was her face visible? Is the question.
Yes, her face visible, but only one side of it because she was in the stands.
Oh,
she is sneaky. Elusive, non-derpy. So we will. You only get to see side of her face. You can't tell if she's derped on the other side.
Last episode is going to purely be just 22 minutes of just eye wobble. Of just spiraling offset eyes, just 22 minutes of it, and then every once in a while she'll blink, smile, and squeak, and then we'll just be like, "Best episode done." That's all we ever wanted.
She'll eat some muffins and drink from a ice cream sundae soda thing, and
break into Carrot Top's refrigerator and do all that stuff.
Hide under a box.
The episode that everyone, all of us, just be like, there wasn't much plot or anything, but it was cute Derpy being cute, so 10 out of 10, we'll watch forever.
Yep. I've already watched the episode twice, because that's what I normally do for my due diligence each week. I watch the episode twice so I can talk about it, but I know that, old Seth there, he's probably watched it a dozen times if possible.
Yes, he has.
It's like, he's been up since 9:30, he just hits replay on the DVR.
That's pretty much what I've been doing. I've watched it 4 or 5 times now, I think.
Keeps playing Lady in Red over and over and over while watching it.
Yeah. But it was really good. There is no intro this week,
and I am very curious about the your image. All these stuff that you did for that more bang for your buck was simply based off of the preview images.
Yeah, people are already on, I think it was Derpy Baru or someone's like, oh, you totally screwed up Pinkie Pie having a mouth. Well, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so we should actually start the show.
Wait,
but this is the pre-show, guys.
Hold on. That's madness. Start the show.
Weird.
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes. Normally it's 15 minutes, so we're a little ahead of schedule, guys. What are you doing?
Come on, calm down. It's pre-show. This is what it's for. We should bring up the thing, and if we can get her over, show everyone Talia.
Kitty!
Everyone on the stream so they can see my brand new kitty who has already broken things in this apartment.
Ah, shit.
Did you just take a picture of yourself again?
No.
Did you just end the stream?
What I did.
What did you do? Well, what?
I freaking hate Windows 8. You need to get this stupid crap off this machine. It's making it so difficult for me to do anything with XSplit now.
Oh. Starry on Windows 8.
That's
breaking everything. It's not even letting me change it back to where.
That's an Apple commercial if I ever heard one.
I don't know what I did, and now I can't fix it because I can't say shit.
Oh no.
Just imagining.
Though here's the thing. I don't think XSplit's on Mac, so there.
It's not. Widdershins, yeah, actually, I think we are starting to upload our videos and stuff to YouTube. And now it's like beep 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 beep.
Oh, poor Starry.
I think I'm gonna have to close XSplit down.
Well, wait. What were we wanting to do? Set up a webcam? Okay.
Yeah, and I had it set up, but then it changed.
But then all the things vanished, didn't they? Like it likes to do. If you want, there's that webcam, so that when we do get it set, we can just switch it over to here.
Sorry if I prefer you clean.
I look 800% more manly right now, and skills. You have to verify your account and say that you'll play nice. So, Ivan Dragoff says I will break you, and then you hit the OK button. So.
Oh my god. And Google Chrome stopped working again. Not happy right now.
There we go. The most riveting pre-show. Let's see. Oh yeah, Excel Hedge sent that earlier of just like, Celestia wears a necklace. Maybe that's the source of her powers. I'm like, oh no. Magic is... Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of that. And if I can get the stuff, I could probably put the last, oh god, I just saw yes, I'm seeing the YouTube service such and such as subscribe to YouTube. Oh god. Oh man.
Ah, shit. Crashing.
Yeah, unfortunately, the great and powerful Sandy made a trip to New Jersey recently. It wasn't too it didn't work too well. Sorry, too soon. I'm bad, I'm sorry. Yeah, are we ready to go? Starry's giving me the head nod. Let me hit the buttons. Let's see, I think I did the project. Yeah, I created a new project earlier. Okay, we're recording. Let's see. Okay, just need to make sure. And ... is banned, of course. Why would we want to keep? Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Oh look at Excel Hedge. You can. No, actually, the links work. It's just, yeah, that's bizarre.
You can't say the word link.
that's weird because I've pretty much the only filters for language that I've put inside of here are Carlin's like where they 7 words you can't use on TV, and then the word cupcakes.
Stupid.
What? You're stupid.
Unfortunately, guys, I can't look at links when I'm doing this because.
Well, sweetie, you could
breaks.
shorten the window and have it so that it opens in the other one.
I can't, sweetie. I'm not going to try and fix it anymore because every time I try to fix something, something else breaks. So
Okay.
I give up.
All right. I love you.
Windows 8 is going to die.
She's going to murder Microsoft at this point. Well, do we have the is the camera thing working? Are you able to switch to it?
I can, but not right now.
Okay, I was just wanting to make sure.
Unless you want them to see your face forever.
Forever. Yeah, I'm pretty scruffed up. Alright, let's go ahead and start the show. Let me make sure I've got the dock up. Pull up the duck. Quack.
Is that the USB webcam or the Microsoft Live?
Microsoft. If you do the USB one, I believe it would show your face.
Does not want.
Does not like? Or does not want to show your face. Max Scruff. No scope scruffed. Alright, let's go ahead and start up a show. Now you get to watch me. Hello everyone and welcome! Oh god, my webcam just dropped. Okay, let me try that again. Literally just was watching it and then it's just like, and dropped off the face. There we go. Leave this world where I entered this world. Scruffy. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode number 83, recorded on December 1st, 2012. I'm your host, Cider. Hello! Nice to have you all on. Nice to have those of you in the chat on the justin.tv/Bronyville podcast chat. Good to have any of you that are listening to this via whatever podcast audio device or services. Hey, don't forget the Celestia radio crew. Hey guys. Good to have all of you on. We have a bunch of pony to do. We've got much to talk about. We'll probably be taking some call-ins this particular episode, so I shall get the phone lines warmed up. First off, the most important thing I must do is I must welcome my continuous co-host, Chef Sandy. How are things in Texas, sir? Nice. Shirts. It's kind of that here. We had probably the biggest rain we've had or are going to have yesterday. It was pretty horrific.
They can't hear Sandy.
They can't hear Sandy. Why can't they hear you, Sandy? Well, I can hear you.
I can hear him.
Have you made sure that...
Wait, have Sandy talk for a moment.
Check the audio device.
Yeah, it's not coming through. Hold on.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't check the right audio device.
I was having so many other issues. You know what?
Let me look here. Go in here. Okay, that's amazing.
Oh. We got to make sure that has that been linked to the chat? That needs to be.
Yes, it was linked to the chat. Okay, can they hear me now?
It looks like it.
There we go. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Good. Good.
Do the whole
Let's-
episode just Cider style, just straight
Let's try this again, AC.
half of an episode. Oh, all right. Let's see. I'm sure that's not going to confuse everyone. The pre-show is even less interesting.
Oh,
Are you not entertained?
Windows 8 expired.
We
Get
need
off,
schedules.
get off my show, Windows 8.
We don't need schedules where we're going.
Okay, so from the top AC, let's try this again so the image doesn't kill us with having to splice all this in and out.
Oh no, everything was going through the system, it just wasn't going through to the live stream.
Yeah, we were getting all of your talk, so all the audio pre-talk was included. So,
Okay.
yep.
Well, continuing on. Hey, it's another fantastic week here in Texas. It's December 1st. I've set up my Christmas tree. We're going to do ornaments later today. It'll be
Hey.
tons of fun. I'm going to make so many pony ornaments.
Hey, Chef, I'm just going to restart the show. Ready? 3,
Ah!
2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville, episode number 83, recorded on December 1st, 2012. I am your host, Apple Cider. Hooray! Good to have you all on. It is a great day. Hello, all of you in the Justin.tv chat room. Thank you to all of you listening on your podcast devices, listening on, hey, even over in Celestia Radio. Hey, guys, how you doing? It's a wonderful 1st of December here. I have Chef. Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are things
It
in
is
Texas?
Magical day here in North Texas. It's December 1st. I've set up my Christmas tree. I'm going to make so many pony ornaments tonight at the little ornament making party
Oh,
because,
that sounds nice. We should.
yeah.
I should actually go to a Brony event sometime soon. making ornaments would be nice for our somewhat sparsely covered tree.
Well, it's been a tradition for a few years that the local crew here, not necessarily pony fans, but just my friends, get together and make ornaments. And we have a brand new 7-foot tree, not an actual live tree, just an artificial tree, that is in dire need of ornamentation. We have our Cthulhu tree topper, and that's ready to go, but everything else needs ornamentation.
Needs to be added to. Hey, Pixelkitties, how's your tree looking?
My tree is not actually up yet. I haven't even thought about it yet. I haven't even thought about presents yet, so I'm way behind the curve.
No problem. Though the question I had, and we had this problem last year. How long once you get it up? How long does it usually remain up?
Well, my mom, when I was little, would have it down literally the next day. The 26th tree comes down. Mine stays up generally until my birthday, which is sometime in March.
Yes,
so I'm not nearly as good about that.
I think we still had.
No,
We-
my family traditionally didn't take Christmas tree down until Christmas.
Yes, but-
New Year's Eve.
But last year, when did we finally take everything down? Was it July?
No,
It was.
April.
It was still really late in the year.
It was April.
I will mention that we still have Halloween decorations in the kitchen that are up.
That's been up since we moved in.
I know. They've been up since the moment we moved in a year and a half ago.
They're
So-
cute. Leave me alone. What goes in there anyways?
Into the kitchen? I believe I go in there every day, several times a day.
Dining room?
Nah. I'm sorry.
You take it down then.
I'm fine with it. Just giving Starry a hard time today. I probably shouldn't. She's battling Windows 8 over on her end and controls the stream. I love you, honey.
Oh.
Ooh. All right, so we've got a full episode to go through. We've got, of course, we got episode discussion. We got some Trixie to talk about. Trixie. Always in addition to our news, our emails, we'll be taking probably some call-ins and questions for those maybe a little bit later in the episode that want to do that. And of course, one cool thing, You know, Pixel, we did have you on last week, but, you know, maybe this episode wavered you a little bit. Maybe you felt yourself a little uncertain about the devious deeds that happened today. So I have to find out, just to be certain, favorite character and favorite episode.
Well. I am of the opinion that this episode went in with really high expectations, and it turned out to just sort of be middle of the road, completely amazingly awesome, best episode ever. Magic Duel is now my favorite episode, and the great and powerful Trixie is still my favorite character.
Oh.
More so than ever.
There we go, kicking it ahead on that. All right, well, that's good. We can definitely talk a bunch more about said episode in just a little bit. So that will be good. First off, as we move forward, Sandy, I need you to go ahead and hit our sponsors real quick.
All right, our fantastic sponsors, as always, are We Love Fine. You can use our coupon code Bronyville10 for 10% off your purchase, which helps because there's some fantastic new shirts this week. Looks like there was some Pixel stuff this week, maybe, but there was also some Haza put down a fantastic Zecora Nouveau.
Oh, I think we just totally max lost Sandy.
Oh no! Gosh darn it!
Sandy, come back from Robot Land! No!
We miss you, Sandy.
Worst episode ever. Ah. This is a terrible day.
Sandy, come back from Robot Land!
Oh, poor Sandy.
There's a problem with this call. Hold on while we get this call back.
Please wait while we reconnect you.
We are currently trying to reconnect you with the state of Texas. No, man, it totally just did. How would you like to rate the quality of this call? Bad. You totally max dropped one of my friends.
Episode 83,
Oh.
Friendship is Technical Difficulties.
Poor Sandy.
So, what did you last hear from me?
I heard the
Heza, I think, was the last thing I heard.
sponsors that we love
Yes,
fine.
she has some very, very nice designs, and she's a really cool lady, and I like her a bunch. You should buy her Zecora shirt. I'm already going to probably buy one of them for a friend's Christmas present. Also, Las Vegas is Unicon. They seem like they're pretty cool guys. Make a con in Vegas and don't afraid of anything. February 22nd, 24th, 2013 at the Riviera Hotel and Casino.
I've scheduled time off for that. Whee!
Yep.
It's going to be fun. All right, we'll see. Let's go ahead and move forward on this. We've got some news. Then topic time. Maybe we can see if we can convince Seth to stop watching the episode so we can get his input on it. We shall see. But first off, Sandy, anything on fire?
Nope.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep,
Okay.
it's been a nice, calm week. And really, not a lot of news. Lots of people getting interviewed at various places, which you can go see the vast list of them on Derpy Who's News, and part of on EQD as well. But it's not really news. But actual news this week, first off, Animate Miami gets even more pony. I was actually kind of happy to see that we got one of their press releases. We get press releases. We're awesome. Okay. That Michelle Krieber will be joining a few other pony cast members at the con here in January 18th to 20th, 2013 in Miami, Florida, in case you couldn't tell. Joining Andrea Libman, Nicole Oliver, and Peter New, as well as Monica Rial, Brittany Karowski, Laraldo Anazalda. Apparently lots of people from High School of the Dead, which is a horror anime. Like, seriously, they got the entire High School of the Dead cast. And then John Swayze, who was Gendo, Ikari, and Evangelion. So, Pony Stars and horror anime. Thumbs up. That sounds really cool, though. It is a 3-day event, looks like, with question and answers, and panels, and industry panels, and costume competition with $1,500 in cash prizes. The Geico Caveman. And it's a 50,000 square foot exhibition hall, so you do not probably have to worry about overcrowding too much. So that is pretty cool. If you're in Florida or in that section of the country, you should probably go and check that out if you would like to see some pony people outside of pony conventions.
Send down my Floridian friends to go make some handshakes, hoof bumps,
Yep.
that kind of thing. The things that we do. All right. Speaking of VAs and them getting some accolades, who got some accolades?
That would be the fantastic Andrea Lipman, who is a very nice person in real life, I will have you know.
Yes, she is.
She won the UBCP/ACTRA award for Best Voice. So she is objectively, by these standards, the best voice. So does that mean that Fluttershy and or Pinkie Pie is best pony? I will leave that up to you to decide.
She's a very good voiced pony. I'm not sure I would say, but that that takes a lot into consideration. To say best. But yeah, she actually did win it for Friendship is Magic. So that's
Yep.
That definitely is not for any of the other works, but specifically for that show.
Yep. So in other sort of related news, Kotaku, if you see the doc, you see how I wrote it. Kotaku wrote a Mike Fahey, who apparently is a big old pony fan, which is cool. Wrote an article called "The Herd Outsider's Guide to the Brony Phenomenon," and basically is a what is this for most people. It's pretty well written, pretty straightforward. What's the appeal? Are you watching it ironically? The show's for girls. You girls. Do bronies want to have sex with horses? And his reply to that is, what's your favorite hobby? Playing video games? Do you want to have sex with a video game? Don't answer that. Would you like to have sex? So that's pretty funny.
Would you like to buy Fem Shepherd a nice dinner and let her meet your mom? No? Then...
Now, Garrus,
wait, whoa!
Moving on.
The correct answer is Tally, come on.
Or Blueberry Love Muffin.
Blueberry Love Muffin is good love muffins, yes.
So, but as of course, it's the internet, and there's some nasty buttheads in the comments, but whatever. It's a well-written...
for a post on Kotaku, it could be worse.
Yeah, it is Kotaku.
Yeah, it could be a steaming pile of angry, and someone put front and center the thing from Tosh, but it was just like, whatever. Yeah,
whatever, guys. We're gonna have fun over here, and you can't stop us.
I think there's one here that I kind of have to agree with, and this is probably the outside view of the fandom that I can kind of agree with. Zar Kazem said, "It's just everywhere. That's only honestly my only problem. I don't care if it's for girls or adult men like it. I don't care if it's heaven or hell on earth. I don't care if it's the greatest cartoon since Courage, though I personally can't find much that sets it apart. It's just, gosh darn, it's everywhere. And my personality has a tendency to simply dislike things that are everywhere. But hey, live and let live, except for that Metalocalypse pony fan art. That one hurt me a little." So.
So, in other good news, the hub continues to climb the ratings ladder, which this was off Equestria Daily. Apparently, the demographic information overall for ponies is up and up and up. As of last year, from kids 2 to 11, 117%. And with persons 2+ and households up persons 2+, 192% gain. That is crazy. And it's not even like the season premiere, just the regular episode. 11th consecutive month of audience growth. The network is actually doing really well. Unfortunately, Littlest Pet Shop is the top-ranked series for the month. Unacceptable.
What?
But the season 3 premiere of Pony was the highest season debut of the show since it premiered, and the third year of consecutive growth. All delivered the highest season premiere ratings for the season. So, Hub is doing well. That one just got asked to pick a wreath. So the Hub is doing very well, and they have advertising. I would like to note that this week was a GAC-free episode. So there was no GAC or Floam. There was some other horrible commercials, but they weren't GAC.
Do we consider this a net benefit or a net loss?
I would say that Cuddle-Uppets are probably the absolute worst commercial that they have.
They're
only
blankets,
slightly,
but they're blankets and they're puppets.
and that look stoned. And I would say that the absolute worst would be Doggy Doo, but they don't advertise that game anymore. So it's part of watching the show. The commercials are a part of the experience.
And I assume that at this point, it's been a while since I've actually seen the commercials, but long gone are the days of Butterfly Gardens and Gyro Bowls.
Yeah, but they did have the cookie thing that they have been advertising for 3 seasons. The just little cookie press thing. But yeah, the advertising, there was like, one of the things this week was like pipe cleaners and Mr. Potato Head parts, and it was $20, and I'm like, what the heck? So anyways, moving on, the Hub's doing well, and I'm glad to see it.
Yep, they get a lot of I've heard people say a lot of good things outside of the Pony Press, of just like, hey, the Hub's doing some really neat stuff with I think we've mentioned on the show before of just like, if they show a series, they show it sequentially. They're doing some neat stuff. The stuff that they do have to farm out is the stuff that they get on syndication, they treat it well. I'm still not sure like how good the family game night and everything is. Have any of you seen that and seen like how those game shows are? They pimp that a lot.
No.
I mean,
no,
I'm a little curious.
They try a little too hard on the commercials, but that's the nature of family game shows. It's trying hard and making a spectacle of yourself on national television for the promise of a minuscule reward.
America.
But I will give Hub the props, though. They have Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond and a bunch of other fun stuff that...
I will just say 2 things. I will start watching the game show section if you do one of 2 things. You either A, bring back Press Your Luck, which is the best game show ever made by anyone ever, or you get the You Don't Know Jack guys to make a game show again. Those 2 would be good.
Yes, they also have the Aquabats, which is wacky entertainment. Let me tell you, when the season opener, I stuck around at Zyra's place, and we ended up watching Little's Pet Shop and Transformers Rescue Bots and all that morning lineup. But we also watched the Aquabats, and this was like the Floating Eye of Death. And I'm like, I have that album. I have it on CD, and it's from like 1990, and it's just... they're pulling stuff from their wacky ska adventures to make into their wacky show. All right, so moving on, the last little bit of news. It's not really news, but the Pony comic, it's out, and it's really good, and it's getting a lot of really good reviews from a lot of places. That's actually something I should have linked. Bleeding Cool had a pretty good one. Some of the suggestions that it gives me are somewhat disturbing, thanks Google.
Wait,
Bleeding Cool, and there's a couple of other suggestions. Not good.
No, I gotta go see this.
But the My Little Pony comic by Katie Cook and Andy Price have gotten fantastic reviews from all over the internets. trying to find the review.
Well, I'll do this, and I've got the camera on me, so I can go ahead and show. I picked up mine. As said, I don't have any comic book shop near me, but I picked it up on Comixology, so I got a digital version, and I've been using it on my Nexus 7, and I love this version because like I can literally get like normal size. I can zoom into as much as I want and just get a nice, good look of the entire of all the covers, and they have all 6 variants on here. Well, hold on. Have to make sure I unmute, and then there we go. So, bring it closer, but so washed out. There we go. But yeah, just the nice way that it shows up. And it's really, really high def. Like, let me, is that the last? Hold on, it's on rarity. So I can, like, literally zoom in as much as I want on a particular screen and just kind of move it around and see. The best thing I've found for this is actually to take the comic into landscape mode. Take it like this, and then zoom it this big, and then I just literally read the comic and scroll up slowly, and it's beautiful. It's in a great def, and love it. It's really, really awesome. So, what do you got, Sarah Sandy?
I picked up the physical copy. I got the 6-pack of issue 1 that has all the covers, or all the 6 covers. I also picked up the Lone Star Comics variant cover with the Pinky and Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle reading a copy of Hoofbeat. Just sort of, and let me tell you, it's really cool to see this because it's right by the door. It's this huge freaking pile of this comic right up there for everybody to pick up and see. And they had quite a few copies available, like 6-inch thick stack of comics, the regular covers and their variant. And I'm actually really interested to go back by and see what they have left, because with the demand for the comic as it's been, with the 100,000 pre-orders and all that, I really, really, really hope that it translates to a lot more sales so that these comic shops are not left with big piles of IDW Pony number 1. The Hoofbeat is a reference to the little girls magazine Tiger Beat, which is pictures of Hollywood stars, not anything else.
Totally different.
Not anything else. Trust us.
Nothing else.
There is nothing else.
Don't Google that, kids. Don't, seriously. Beyond that, the comic itself is really well drawn. It's funny. Koalifications. I mean, you get a chuckle on the front page. Wildfire's in there. Derpy has a full page. AC, flip to it. Come on, keep flipping.
Give me a sec. Let me find it.
This is part of where you can go and look at our YouTube video. Well, she's right there, yeah, on the front page. Derpy, flying Derpy.
Derp mare.
But then there's also the other page where the evil changelings have made the Derpy.
I have to say, and this was leaked as another one, the zombie Pinky was amazing. that whole set of images is absolutely great. But yeah, and there's the Derp Pone.
There's so much eye candy in this comic book. There's so many cool little references. Like the zombie Pinky is sort of a Shaun of the Dead callback, I think. It's got Invasion of Body Snatchers, Magnum P.I., the Blues Brothers. There's so much stuff in here to just see that you want to read it like 3 or 4 times just to pick up everything.
Yeah, it's and the comic itself is printed on really high quality paper.
It is.
Like when Andy Price came on the show and was pitching this, and I really sold it really well, and he really came through. He and Katie Cook, they really Yeah, there's Wildfire. They really did come through, and I look forward to seeing it through the story arc and onward. I think it's also really impressive that it pre-sold so well that it auto went to a second printing, and they are already announcing the miniseries.
Some of the pinky faces in this are ridiculous.
Well, then there was the part where apparently Dash doesn't remember much after the gala because she got like ultra sugar high off of Pinky's Tutti Frutti Super Sugar Sorbet or something like that.
And then there's a little they did also put a little mini comic in the back, literally just a little play episode.
Yeah, it's $4, and you got $4.
It is like for all the times, and this episode that we had this week was it's definitely an outlier. But for all the times that we've kind of said, hey, we would love to have more action and have more like real, like the main six actually going out and like. I'm not sure fighting crime is the right thing to say, but there are these powerful elements of harmony, and most of the time they're just hanging out around town and not doing anything. This is definitely more in the vein of stuff is going down, things aren't good, and they're tasked to try and fix it. And I adore some of the pieces of art, and some of the great references that they've made. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. I'll grab it the moment it comes out, and we'll be talking about it again. So,
yep.
Yeah.
We should get Katie Cook on at some point.
Yeah, let's do that. Make it so, Sandy.
Okay.
And you know what? Katie and Andy both did an amazing job, but a lot of people haven't mentioned the colorist, Heather Breckel, I think her name is. The colors in this are just gorgeous. It's lush and pretty, and the shading. It's just a wonderful looking book all around.
But yeah, the colors are super super poppy.
It's way well done. So I've
yes, and Bug Pony. She has some fun faces.
Yeah, so, they did a good reference or a good play to kind of my favorite image of Bug Pony with some of the blacked out images that they've done. So yeah, I'll leave. I won't show anything else because you definitely should read it. I may even pick up a paper version just because I find the design is so it's so well done. So.
And if you don't have a comic store around you, Comixology, iTunes, it's $4 pretty much anywhere you go, and you're supporting the comic. This is another one of those support it or it goes away. So support the heck out of this.
Oh man, I just saw the Invasion of the Body Snatchers reference. Oh.
Yeah, it's Donald Sutherland. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think officially everyone's been ponified now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, well, let's see. Let's move on. Anything else news-wise there, Sandy?
Nope. There wasn't a lot of actual news this week, so there we go. So, topic time.
Okay.
We roll around, because we don't do books anymore. Books are for crazy people. I don't know.
We just discussed actual books. We're covered.
We discussed actual books.
Yeah.
We're good.
Coloring books. We'll do that someday.
Yes, we'll do when the Little Brown Books comes out with like the Under the Sea, and it's like a little board book for 3-year-olds. We'll be looking at it and be like, "Oh, these sea ponies! Oh man,
I don't know how I feel about this. It's weird.
These are really drawn weird."
All right, well, let's go ahead and move forward. So topic time, we really don't have much. I'm kind of curious if Seth wants to come on, but he's busy rewatching the episode probably about the 8th time so far. So we can definitely just move into the episode discussion, and then after we're done, extrapolating and pulling all the bits and pieces from it, we can do either episode discussion or do emails, or people can ask questions. Any of the above. All right.
But yes, episode discussion. It's time to duel.
You should really work on that stutter some.
Yeah.
Take some.
I summon the blue coat, silver maned unicorn mare.
All right.
Face up attack position.
I don't know what is this even.
Purple eyes, blue magician.
I choose purple sparkle mare. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this episode discussion time. So as everyone knows, it is going to be spoilery after this point. But we're going to talk about Magic Duel, Season number 3, Episode number 5, overall Episode number 57. Original air date December 1st, 2012. Hey, that's today. And written by M.A. Larson.
Yay!
Guess who's back?
Back again.
The best pony.
Trixie's back. Tell a friend. I should not do that.
Yes.
So, M.A. Larson has once again delivered a very good episode of Ponies, alongside Sibsy and Woody and all the rest who have worked so very hard this season to up the ante once more for pony animation. Let me look up the M.A. Larson, because he has written a whole bunch of episodes.
Oh yeah, he's the main guy for this
He's also apparently written quite a few episodes with like Zecora. He wrote the initial episode with Zecora, Swarm of the Century. Wait, Bridal Gossip was before that, so that was Amy Keating Rogers. But he had Swarm of the Century with Zecora. He wrote Sonic Rain Boom, which is my favorite episode. Cutie Mark Chronicles was fantastic. Return to Harmony 1 and 2. Luna Eclipsed. Secret of My Excess, which is a good episode, even though people forget about it. Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000.
Oh, those cidery dogs!
It's About Time. Ponyville Confidential. And Magic Duel. Honestly, M.A. Larson's probably like the best writer they have right now.
Those are all on my top 10 list. That's amazing.
So let's break it down a little bit, or let's go off of the synopsis is Trixie returns, a duel is brokered, and Trixie wins, forcing the entire town to be under Trixie's rule, I guess, because, well, that's just how it works. And Twilight is banished out pretty much to the Everfree Forest. She has to figure out a way to get back and get Trixie out of her insane red magic ways. Let's start with this, since we know that, Pixel, you are the resident Trixie fan.
Well, thank you very much. I am proud to be.
And you went as so far to say that this is your favorite episode now. So you're going to have to sell that to me. Why?
Obviously, I went in. I mean, I was talking on Twitter over the past few days that no matter what happened, this was probably going to end up being my favorite episode ever. I was very happy to see that it really was an amazing episode, period. Trixie notwithstanding. From that first moment, when we see the dark shop and the music is very moody and dark, and the whole setup that was sort of Gremlins-ish, little Hellraiser thrown in, I was just hooked. I knew this was going to be something special when an episode starts like that. That it was great, and the whole thing, it just was a nice episode that came together well. I wasn't there was no point when I was watching it I was thinking, oh, plot hole, I could drive Applejack's truck through that with the Twilight cut out. No, nothing like that. I was engaged, and I was having fun. The music, the jokes, the visual gags, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
And for sure, it's one of those things people are calling, like, the pony at the beginning Frogurt. It's because they're saying it, as a reference to The Simpsons, when he gets the Krusty doll. It also comes with a free Frogurt. The Frogurt is also cursed.
Oh, that's bad.
And Trixie really was pretty mean this episode.
Oh, she was evil.
She did. So just starting out, she puts Rarity in an ugly dress, and Applejack catches her and like, oh god, we gotta get, and Pinky's like, oh god, we gotta get her some pink clothes or something. She mutates one of Dash's wings to be all big, and I was like, no, unacceptable. She deletes Pinky's mouth.
Just straight pick up and drop into recycle bin.
She doesn't do anything to AJ, I don't think.
I don't think. She threw a card at a pony. That was kind of harsh.
Yeah, with the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
'Cause that would call for a Wilhelm scream.
I think that's justification.
And it's just like, the episode hits the ground and doesn't stop because, right at the beginning, it's not... They do kind of set up the whole... Celestia is off in Saddle Arabia, which is a terrible pun, but it's amusing. And the Arabian horses, which you do get to see at the end, they had pretty clothes. They're pretty horses.
Starry liked them because they looked like horses.
Yeah, they're actual
they're
horses.
Different.
Let's see.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then, using snips and snails. What was that? That's terrible.
Well, there was a lot of AJ was tickle tortured, as was Dash, so that happened.
Yeah, but that didn't actually harm them. I would imagine that fusing two unicorns together by their horns would be pretty painful if they're sensitive and just weird. Otherwise, can't channel magic. Good luck with that. Let's see. But then Twilight just shows up and finds out that Trixie's using hacks and finds out she doesn't have the hacks herself. I kind of wonder, though. It's like, hey, look, there's this magical MacGuffin in a curio shop, and Celestia just has this stuff in her kingdom. Oh, boy.
Yeah, wasn't that the first time Alicorn has been mentioned as a thing within the canon universe?
Yeah. That was, in fact, the first mention. Because they never refer to what Celestia and Luna are, or Cadence is, other than Princess. And Alicorn Amulet, black and red, so edgy.
Watch that edge, son.
It requires the dark tunic to go with it, and then, the eventual everything is black and red.
The dark mare of the Sith.
And then if we're going to take the dark mare of the Sith, how about, pretty much Twilight having to train in Dagobah?
Yeah, that's true.
So I tell you what, though, Zecora out of nowhere, which is good. She went to the other character with a sun on her butt. So Sunbutt Zebra instead of Princess Sunbutt. We've got the fact that Zecora can, in fact, do some magic. And, Zecora says horns are for casuals.
Good job playing on easy mode.
Yeah.
She's like, horns? I got hooves. What about you? And then there's the sort of Yoda-style / Airbender-style training montage. Comes back in, tricks Trixie. Well, magic is had.
Well, let us not forget that this was also pretty good when it came to a Fluttershy episode too.
Yes,
because she had a lot of her I don't understand why it became the entire yeah. So just to kind of to push to the beginning, you had the entire opening where It didn't make a lot of sense why Twilight was having to juggle animals, but she was.
She's like, this is a neat trick.
Sure. We'll go with that. And then just Fluttershy the whole time, freaking out.
And getting a little violent. I thought she was going to cut Twilight for a moment there.
Her biting her hooves into weird little fingernails. Hoof nails, I don't know. That was kind of odd.
They kind of are nails.
Yeah. It's very, very... Well, she's got some really gnarly teeth then, jeez.
Yeah.
But then the entire, her espionage outfit was really good. just Rarity is just like, listen, I got some of the old black stockings, but let me just hook this up, and all of a sudden, just some blue bunny ears. Just 'cause.
Why not?
Yeah.
What I think it was a Catwoman reference, because that's similar to the zipper jumpsuit and goggles with cat ears on a hood thing that they've got the current incarnation of Catwoman. That's what I thought. So instead of Catwoman, she's Bunny Mare. Why not?
Why not? That seems to work for me.
That's as good an explanation as anything. I was really curious why the bunny.
But it was cute.
Though I think I do see a plot hole. How did Fluttershy get back in?
Magic.
Oh, no. You know, they completely dispelled they completely dispelled the entire bubble, so that's why. So she just came in after Twilight. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or
We'll go with that.
Or
it could be that it only triggered if someone came out.
Oh, yeah, she wasn't necessarily keeping people out, only in. People, I mean ponies, of course.
yeah. Though Lyra doesn't mind if you call her that, so.
That's true.
Which Lyra and Bonbon had some really neat.
Really cute.
I love the fact that they're just sitting there watching, and Lyra's just straight up just hitting the protein shake again.
She's like, I got my hay, I'm cool.
Doing all my whey protein.
Yeah, Lyra was pretty unaffected by all the terrible chaos going on in Ponyville over the past couple days. She was pretty chill about it all.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We did have a official wall-eyed mare alert. If you want to state that, Sandy.
She was in the audience from side profile. Definitely the ghostly gray mare. But you don't see her eyes derped at all because it's a side shot. But there's two of her in the audience, so...
Wait, what?
There's two derps in the audience.
Well, then one of them it's obvious. She's just split herself in half. One of them both of them are normal eyes, but if you put them together, it's Trixie's magic. She split her in half because she got annoyed that her eyes were different.
Okay. But yes, the audience is copy-pasted, as Neral points out. But yeah, it could be changelings. That's the explanation for the clonies. That's why you see 7 Colgates and multiple doctors.
Nobody ever seems to notice, huh? That's like never.
Yeah, didn't I just see him? Nah.
Celestia is never in a crowd, just going like, you know, Need to send out the night police a little bit more. It seems. Let's see. Anything else that comes to mind? Well, you know, overall, I think the episode itself, one, I kind of stated it earlier, was it really was fandom fuel. Like it feels a lot like this is very much less than the usual stuff that we've gotten, you know. It definitely is. It's almost like Luna Eclipsed. This is what you guys wanted. We were able to incorporate and play with it a little bit based off of the archetypes. There was no letter to Celestia that was part of this at all. But, you know, it very much had the feeling of, you know, Twilight is Grand Wizard and her Grand Wizardry is magic. And magic of friendship.
Yeah. And people say fan service like it's a bad thing. I mean, yeah, this totally did have a lot of callbacks, references to Applebuck season, and there's the owl.
And the Parasprites.
And the Parasprites. And pie throwing as a dangerous thing.
Shows up every once in a while.
Yeah, Owlicious does that every once in a while.
But, you know, people screaming, oh my god, fan service, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, guys, come on. This was a bit of a love letter to the fandom, I guess, and I'm totally happy with it.
I am too.
It's more Trixie.
And, you know, there was a lot of speculation before this episode even aired about how fan-breaking this was going to be, how many ships and fan fictions and headcanon, how much of it would be destroyed by Trixie's return. But at the end of the episode, None of it. It's sort of status quo, if not further encouraged.
Yeah,
and she was apologetic and even did some nice the fireworks there, and she ran away and flopped on her face for half a second and keep running, but she's around. She's not out in the Everfree Forest eating pine cones.
Thank goodness.
She's not crying and curled up in Everfree, hanging out with Gilda and just being bitter.
So the fan fiction surprisingly intact.
Could be.
So
and we got evil Trixie, we got boastful, arrogant Trixie, and we got somewhat contrite Trixie. It was a little bit of every Trixie the fans could possibly want, all rolled into one episode.
Somewhat contrite. That's the correct way to
as contrite as Trixie is bound to get. I'll say that.
Sure, I'm humble. Look how humble I am. Aren't I great at being humble?
Trixie's best humble.
Humble Trixie bundle. There we go. All right, well, let's do this. If you guys would like to call in, you certainly can. If you want to talk about the episode a little bit, or if you have any particular questions for the three of us, we can certainly do that. I will open up the lines if any of you want to jump in here. So the username is Bronyville on Skype. Just go ahead. You don't have to, well, I guess you do have to friend, but, it should be fine. Add to conference call. Hello, Excel Hedge.
Hello, Excel Hedge.
Turn off the stream.
Alright. I have to open up and saying this. The Apple family is the best AJ ever.
That the entire Apple family being AJ is better than AJ?
Yes.
Again, more meanness brought towards AJ. Yeah, that was the entire trick on, getting Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom and then getting Mac and everybody pretty much just painting each other. I saw it coming, I wouldn't say a mile away, but I got a really good idea that was what they were doing. But I wouldn't say that they're best AJ. I do have to say it did feed a little bit of fanon for Rule 63 AJ.
Oh, but that's so
Yes.
cool, though. I like
great.
that idea. That there are certain magical unicorns that are just that powerful. Because it's been such a freaking common thing in some fanfics. It's like, bam, look at that.
Yeah, but it wasn't a real spell. They painted
It wasn't a real spell cast by Twilight. That doesn't mean that it could be a real spell cast by Stars Roll Billiard or Celestia herself.
Yeah, no one said it's impossible. They were just shocked how impressive it was.
That's not going to stop people. That's right.
Starry over here is kind of like, oh boy.
Like they needed an excuse before.
We did need an excuse, and now they got it.
I felt so sorry for Pinkie Pie, though.
Just quiet the whole
She's there
episode.
defending her father, and then she has her mouth yanked away for the majority of the episode.
Oh, and what about the breaking the fourth wall at the very end? Like the not only is Pinkie coming out and like just going like, "Hey, something's still unresolved," and then Twilight portaling in and fixing it.
See, I think that comports with my particular idea that Twilight's kind of to the point where she sees a magic spell done, she can replicate it. Kind of like how she learned how to do the dark magic thing just like that in episode 1 and 2 when there was no real time stretch between her showing up and getting sent out. She didn't get taught that. She saw it and replicated it. So imagine what else Twilight can do. That disintegration spell? She's gonna melt some people.
But now she knows the way. She has, similar to Pinkie, she has the means to go between worlds now. She has the ability to go into the veil between ours and theirs. Don't you see? Inceptioned.
Yes, I do.
It's a dangerous line we leave.
It did seem weird that she had a lot of trouble making a flower open and close, but just like 2 weeks ago, we saw her turn gravity upside down.
Well, she was trying to make the flower younger, I thought.
I guess that's it.
Yep. All right, XL, we'll go ahead and travel along. Thanks for calling in, dude.
All right.
Later, man. All right, let's see. Remove. All right, let's see who else we got. The break between worlds was pretty neat, and just seeing all that pop up, that was pretty cool. Let's see. Add to conference. I don't even know how to say this. Elijah Ninja Turk.
All right, let's see who else. The ninja is silent, Mr. Cider.
Okay, I'll just go with Elijah Turk.
All right, we'll take that. All right, what I am here to say is I don't really think that it's fan service. I think it's more of Season 1, the episode.
Everything we want from Season 1. We would have added more derp if we had Season 1, the episode, but let's see. There was less there was rarity in address, that's true.
Really, all of it, all of the callbacks or whatnot, other than Lyra, was all Season 1 stuff, like the Paris sprites and all that stuff. That's all Season 1.
Well, Season 1, Lyra with the hay shake, that was from Season 1 as well. With her drinking it and then it getting knocked over and her looking sad or whatever. But yeah, you were right when it comes to Season 1, because all the references were pretty much to that stuff.
Including Trixie.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to see, because M.A. Larson, let me look over the ones that he's done, because definitely there were a lot that were of reference to a lot of the Season 1 stuff. Well, let's see, Swarm of the Century, so obviously he included the Paris sprites.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything Rainboom related. You could say a little bit Cutie Mark Chronicles because of the age spells, so that could be related. But a lot more of his work was Season 2, Return to Harmony, Luna Eclipse, Secret of My Access, etc.
Yeah, he just referenced stuff from Season 1, not necessarily things that he wrote himself. Because, Owl's Well, obviously, that was written by Cindy Morrow. The Parasprite one he did write. But Applebug Season was Amy Keating Rogers. So, he wasn't just pulling from his own material.
Yeah, I'm trying to strive to see if I can figure out something from Season 2 that would have been pulled from it, but I can't really. I guess it was mainly a lot of the old Season 1 references, which I think we, us old. God, what would you even call us?
Our OG, our Season 1 pony fans. We were here with G4 Season 1, you casuals. Wait.
Seen some stuff. Specifically Season 1.
Yeah.
See all of that. All right. Anything else, Elijah?
Nope, that is it.
All right. Thank you for calling in, man.
All right. See you later.
Excellent, dude. All right. Let's see. Do this. Let's do this. I'll go with the person that has an image in their profile. Galen Rapp, I believe would be the better way to say it. Galen, hey. You're right in the call.
It's a human.
Hey.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Hi. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing a show. How are you doing? What are you up to?
I'm pretty good. Not much. Just kind of procrastinating on the homework that I kind of need to do. That's all. Listen to you guys.
That's usually common. I hear that happens a lot when you go to school.
We're happy to help you procrastinate.
Hurrah! So anyway, I just kind of wanted to ask just a little bit, because you guys hadn't mentioned it. Obviously, the episode today was amazing, and then Fluttershy was adorable, and I think, and I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to have to say Applejack right now is my favorite pony instead of Twilight. It was Twilight, now it's Applejack.
Okay, and since you're obviously being a turncoat and a deserter at this point, I have to understand why. Us in the Twilight camp don't take well to deserters. You do know how powerful she is, so
Well, of course, I totally still love Twilight. It's just that when it comes down to as a Texan, and I just kind of Applejack is just she's just amazing, because we watched Sisterhood Social last night on one of the streams, and I was just like, Applejack is so wise in this episode. It's so good. And I was like, okay, Applejack right now.
I do say Applejack is in my top 3, and half of that is because I do have a little bit of connection with that because I'm born and raised in the South, so I do even though we clamor and we may poke a little bit of everything with her, I still like her because she is familiar. She's
dependable.
Yeah, just familiar in the way, and simple in the good ways.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
definitely.
So there's no problem on that.
Right. Well, I did want to ask you guys specifically, Chef, and I don't want to put you guys in kind of like an awkward position or anything, but as you know, down here in Houston, we're going to be having kind of a big convention coming up that's been announced, and I know, Chef, you're putting one on in sort of the Dallas area, is that right?
Trying to.
Which is right. So I just wanted to know if, if either of you guys might be able to come down to Houston for our convention.
Certainly, yeah.
Sandy has the most likely case to it. I am over on the coast, so it makes it a little bit more difficult on my end, but it wouldn't be out of the question, depending on what happens. Sandy most likely could give it a good college try.
Houston's like 4 hours away. I was planning on showing up anyway.
Right. Well, and of
in
course,
my state.
we've got the official Hey Ocean, showing up, so that'd be awesome. But
yep.
So anyway.
But I know that old Dietz and Co. are stuck in the same limbo that everybody is right now, so hopefully we'll be able to announce something here soon.
Yeah.
Whereas my event has to be approved by my fellow board of direct members, so could still get the axe. But we shall see.
Sure. So, Pixel, how's it going?
It's good. How you doing?
That's doing pretty good. You're not talking so much.
I am still meditating on how incredible this episode was today.
Yeah.
Also, I'm preparing Thanksgiving a week after Thanksgiving for my friends, so I am a bit distracted.
well, I'm sure you'll be happy to know that that although I was not a fan of Trixie before the episode, now I wanted to come back.
Awesome! I'm so glad to hear that. That is wonderful news. A convert.
Yes!
Not a traitor, as some people would say.
Cat-like typing detected.
Right. I don't want to take all you guys' time, so you'll have a great day. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, good to have you, man. Thanks. Yeah, for those that are watching the video and the stream, our cat has attacked the stream. This is Talia, or as I like to call her, Tally, and she's just a little 6-month, and she is trying to destroy the stream.
She's sitting on the keyboard and typing into the chat. Now, just wait for her to hit enter.
Well, just as long as she doesn't completely destroy the chat, that's fine by me. But she totally is.
Oh, she's found herself a power cable. Don't bite that kitty.
Yep. All right, let's see. Let's see with Justin Clay. Let's see. Add. Hey, Justin.
Aw, kitty.
Justin.
Hello.
You're on the show.
Hello. It's Austin, actually.
Oh, Austin.
Austin. Hello.
I don't know what I was saying. Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
You're good.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have my audio gear set up, so terrible built-in microphone.
That's fine. What do you got?
Anyway. Okay. If you'll just let me gush for just a moment here. Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, huge fan of the show. It's great for when you're in the Norfolk area in the military. No other bronies around, so thank you very much for a great show. And Pixel, huge fan of your artwork.
Oh, thank you.
Just always love seeing it. Yep, I always love seeing that, seeing what new stuff you come out with. It's a little treat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so now that I've got my brown nosing out of the way, okay, so I'm a huge fan of stories like fables, folk stories, all those traditional stuff. Well, in that note, what kind of world buildings, kind of past, would you like to see in the world of the question?
Well, they've already done quite a bit. You know, they talk about, you know, the Griffin King, you know, the Griffins, here be dragons. Saddle Arabia is obviously, it's a thing where Arabian horses live that wear blankets and stuff.
I believe that's ceremonial gear, Sandy. I wear blankets. You don't wear blankets.
They're horse blankets.
Look at them. They wear blankets. Woo! Sensitivity classes, Sandy. Do you remember them?
And ponies were cuddle puppets.
Oh God, they're wearing cuddle puppets. That's terrible.
No, but they. Watch the episode. They are wearing little things across their backs. They are saddle blankets.
The cuddle puppets. Sorry, I can't get that image out of my head. We enjoy your land. We enjoy your land, Princess Celestia. May I let you see Uncle McGulliver the frog?
How would they articulate the mouths? They only have hooves.
I know, it's part of their Arabian horse powers.
Hacks.
Unacceptable. But yeah, or Celestia Luna, definitely. We need an episode that focuses on Celestia and Luna. That is just Celestia and Luna. That makes them, I would say, more equine, more human, more pony, instead of down to earth. There we go.
Yes.
You wanted just an episode where just Celestia and Luna, and just Celestia's just sitting there just going like, I would love some hay fries right now.
She does the cake. We figured that out.
Yeah, she's just like, I can't go out in public and just get stuff. I just want to go out and just go and pick up a flank Donald's burger and, you know, just slow it up for a little bit, but I can't do it, and, you know.
She drives her carriage through the drive-through. Oh, Your Highness, just give me the burger. No, Your Highness, please let us. Just give me the burger.
All of a sudden, the pony paparazzi shows up. She's having to like dodge and hide her face. You know, all of a sudden, the tabloids.
Sorry, interrupting. Leaves the castle wearing a hoodie, sunglasses. You know, hood pulled up, quietly shuffling the back of crowds.
Tabloids come up. Oh, look at the dress she's wearing. Who would have chose that? Criticized for every movement she ever does. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
In Ponies magazine every week.
Did you see Celestia's new clothes? All right,
fashion do's and don'ts.
Yeah. Like 30 hottest stallions and mares this holiday season.
Fashion trends with rarity.
Stallion of the year. All right, this sounds good. All right, Austin, thank you very, very much, sir.
Very cool.
Yep. Yeah, have a good one, and hope you enjoyed the coins I sent last week.
Yep. Oh, yes, those were yours. Actually, I still have them here for those of you. Let me yank them up. They're still on the table. Show them off for those that didn't see. Awesome. Thank you very, very much. We do have
very
these,
nice.
and Sandy will be picking up his next month, so that'll be fun.
Yep.
Thank you very much. These are awesome.
All right. Fantastic. All right, yeah. Have a good one, and hope the rest of the show goes without technical difficulties.
Hopefully. All right, take care.
We can hope. Thanks.
All right, let's see. Ooh, try and clear this out. All right, let's see who else we got. And Lightning Hoof has a really, really good image of Luna. It looked really cool. It's a little bit more pixelated in here. Hey, Lightning.
Hello.
Hi, Light. Yeah, it's Lightning Hoof. How you doing? What you got for us, sir?
Not bad. I just want to talk more about the design of the unicorn amulet, I should say.
Okay.
Considering we actually don't know much about it.
Do you want to? Are we drawing some like because black and red. I mean, if we, I think some of us, including myself, probably thought about that amulet and went, it sure does kind of follow the color scheme of Cloudy McNasty from the first episodes of season 3. So I was kind of going like, I wonder if it's related to that. But it seems it's an old relic of some sort.
Yes, a relic from eons past, and Celestia's somehow forgotten.
I wonder if it would be an interesting tie-in if it turns out that Cloudy McNasty has to come back and find out that emblem is something that he needs, and Zecora was actually working for him the whole time. Oh
no! Would be disastrous.
Oh boy! Oh wow! Your background noise just went crazy. Yeah, we can just kind of figure that out and everything. I think there could be some neatness to it, but what about Twilight's amulet, huh? That would look pretty swag.
That was pretty slick.
Yes, it was pretty slick.
Look for a doorstop, it was very fashionable.
Which is weird.
It's one thing that you can count on from Zecora is that her decor is consistent.
And the other ponies will come along and break it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, though isn't Zecora's door like up high? Isn't it hard for her to actually have a doorstop for that?
Is.
There, I found your loophole for the episode. How could you have a doorstop?
It's all broken now. Darn UAC. I'll never watch it again without thinking of the doorstop.
How could you have a doorstop? Oh no, I think she has other rooms.
Has a door.
She needs to stop it.
It's like, why would she not have a doorstop?
Yeah,
it is a bit small for a doorstop.
It could be
more of a wedge.
Very dense.
It's depleted uranium.
It has the power to give you. It doesn't increase your magical power. It just gives you cancer.
No!
That's a terrible doorstop.
Find out it's part of a black dwarf. They're trying to lift it, and they're like, "Ugh, so heavy."
So random.
All of a sudden, gets real sciencey. All of a sudden, jeez, didn't know the show just turning into Magic School Bus all of a sudden. Celestia is driving all the main 6 around on a school bus. Snails turns into Carlos.
Oh, now I have that image in my head.
Looks like this is going to be quite a trip. Snails! All right, well, you can enjoy that mental image. Enjoy yourself there, Lightning.
I will.
All right, take care.
You too.
The silly things I say. Let's see. Let's grab a few more. Let's see. Page Turner's been trying to call a little bit. Let's see. Add to conference call. Hello, Page Turner. Paige. Hello, Paige. Hi, Paige. Hey, Paige, your character's looking real hard at Sandy in my Skype image.
He's glaring at yours and mine. So
don't have him glare at me. I don't like being glared at. Makes me feel all self-conscious.
You get glared at all the time.
Well, yeah, by you, but that's normal.
Hello.
Hey, Paige. All right, there you are.
Hi. Sorry, I had my thing muted.
It's fine. What you got for us, sir?
For one thing, wow, you actually added me. That's kind of awesome because this is my first time listening live and my first time using Skype ever. So wow.
Wow, you succeeded.
I just want to mention, Trixie was kind of awful to Snips and Snails in this episode, wasn't she? I mean, good job taking on your OnlyFans horribly. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
but she treated them badly the last episode too.
Yeah, well, at least she was like, oh, you're beneath me, but here they're like, oh, you're so wonderful. I'm gonna fuse your horns together.
Yeah, they really didn't learn, did they? Like, they learned a whole total of 0%. I did find it a little bit ridiculous how much they kind of just immediately jumped back in line.
Yeah. And let's not forget, they're sort of the reason she got run out of town on a rail last time. You know, they bringing the Ursa to town.
That is true.
Yeah, they kind of did get theirs. And it did. I think that they did serve a good point in showing Trixie's growing dementia. Why doesn't it have wheels? I don't trust wheels. What? You had a whole cart that had wheels. What are you talking about? One thing we didn't talk about, just to bring this up, was the entire flashback of like what had happened to Trixie while she had been gone.
Yes, and that totally jossed one of my favorite fanfics called Petroculture, which basically states that rock farming doesn't exist and Pinkie Pie is Twilight Sparkle's imaginary friend.
That's rather insane.
But yeah, disproven. Sad face.
Yeah, that's a bizarre, like, crazy. Just like, it's just Twilight trying to figure out. Everybody else is just Twilight's just talking to this just other person in the room. They're all just like, she's doing it again.
Well, no, the idea in it was that the whole Sonic Rainboom thing caused her imaginary friend to suddenly exist in the real world, and Twilight isn't aware that that's what happened.
Huh. So, okay.
It's very interesting. Quackerjack on FimFiction. You should totally read all of his stuff because he's awesome.
Huh, okay. That sounds interesting. There's a fanfic suggestion for those out there.
And I made all of his, well, not all of his, but I made a bunch of his title cards in Photoshop, so you should totally look at my art too.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and pimp where we can find those.
It's Paige Turner the Pony at deviantart.com.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds cool, dude. All right, thanks for calling in. That's
no problem. Oh, one other thing about Cloudy McEvil, big huge guy. Did anyone else notice that he was basically the Smooze? Something to think about.
Well, nothing can stop the Smooze, so
it's true.
It's except when you find the thing that can stop the Smooze. It's the unstoppable force.
Big dark cloud of evil that causes other ponies to become depressed and not be able to use magic.
I'm so bummed out. There's a big moody cloudy guy outside my door. I don't know what to do. He keeps all whispering and grumbling like mean things.
Crystals.
Listen, dude, I'm closing shop. Can you, listen, I can serve you, one more cup of coffee, but you gotta be out of here.
Or crystals.
We don't have any crystals. You just opened
crystals.
You opened up every pack of Sugar in the Raw and poured them right on your table. No, we don't have any more. You messed up. It's closing time. Oh, all right. Thanks. Yes, and then all of a sudden Semisonic shows up. That's correct. just starts playing them out. All right, Paige. Thanks for calling in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Good time, man. He was able to figure out Skype on his first go. What are you talking about success there?
Thumbs up.
That's max skill. Let's see. Add to call Panzer Pony.
Oh, XL Hedge brings up a good point.
Oh, what is this?
The Snips and Snails didn't get reverted.
I think. Wait. What do you mean by never got reverted?
They never got re-aged. You don't see them again after she turns them both into babies and he takes the necklace off before fixing it. Oh my god.
It's just all... I think... oh boy, yeah.
Not like everything reset when she took off the necklace. Pinkie still had no mouth. Twilight had to fix that herself.
Oh no! Things are bad.
Oh, Oh no,
Trixie, can you put on your evil necklace one more time? Sure, I'll go ahead and beat you all. Oh God. Oh no. Hey, Panzer, are you still there?
I am here. I just wanted to talk about something I'm quite hype about, which is that Scandinavia is apparently getting its first con.
It's getting a con up in Scandinavia?
Yes. Yeah, it's a Crystal Con. It's scheduled for late summer 2013, called Crystal Con.
Yeah, Crystal Fair. I've seen the press release for that one.
Crystal Fair? Okay, they're on Facebook of Crystal Con. I was asking to spread the word, so I'm doing that.
Yep. That's cool. It's good to see people in, not in America, not in Germany, other parts of the world. So, everybody deserves to have a PonyCon of their very own.
Yep. Need to spread them around. Is there? I think there's been like a close to Australia convention at this point. I think that's like the only spot that Otaku Pony. We need a Japanese pony convention. A lot of older men in business suits just being like Twilight Spaku.
Twilight Spaku.
Applejack is best pony.
But I've heard that like if you go to like anime conventions like over in Japan, it's kind of the gambit of like kind of normal-ish looking people, and then like there actually are a bunch of like older guys in business suits going around going like, oh, Evangelion, or whatever they call it there.
Oh, AKB 0048. Haha. I love those idols.
Terrible accents, I know. Sorry for being so racist today.
Also, on a personal note, I'm getting my second pony tattoo after New Year's.
So what's the one you got so far?
What?
What's the one you have so far, and then where are you getting?
I have a huge rainbow dash on my leg. I showed it to you.
Oh yeah. You're the one with that.
Cool.
Yep.
And then the second one you're getting?
I'm getting a derpy.
Ah, okay.
Very cool.
Just derp eyes or a full derp mare?
Full on derpy.
All right.
Yeah, right next to Rainbow Dash, so she is not too lonely.
Can't have a lonely Dash. They get depressed real easy.
Yeah.
They can
Only problem, I have to shave my legs.
They can fly around.
She looks like she's trapped in a thicket.
Ew. Just popping out from a bush, a big, scraggly man hair bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Sounds good, man. All right, thanks for calling in.
No problem.
All right, let's see. Let's say two more. That sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, well, let's see. I don't even know how to say this name. This sounds adventurous. Let's see. Add. So what is this? Avery's last name. Was it Kyle or Creel?
Killer.
Ooh. It's Killer. Kylr. Avery.
He's shrugging. He doesn't know either. What's going on?
He's not sure. Image has no idea. 3. Come on, Killer. Come on, be a killer.
You can do it.
Come on, Killer. You can do it.
We believe in you. No.
Hit the microphone. Hit it. 3, 2. Sorry, Killer.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Add in our friend James here. Hey, James.
Ooh, am I through?
You're through.
Yes, you are.
Hello.
Great. Okay, just muted the stream. How's it going, guys?
Not bad. Just doing a show. What you up to?
Well, here doing a commission. Yeah. Working on some drawings while I'm listening to your awesome podcast. By the way, big fan. I've been listening to you since you started.
Yeah, I've seen you. You do respond a lot to the weird postings that I put on Twitter, so I do notice that. I think
I try to stay active there on Twitter too. By the way, also big fan of Pixel.
Oh,
love your
artwork.
So you're very welcome. Very welcome.
Yep.
So I was wondering, since you guys do business with Wheel of Fine, and you Pixel do designs for Wheel of Fine and all that, I was wondering what is your opinion on the whole the amount of money that they charge people for shipping, because here in Europe, like I'm from Spain, we have to pay like 3 times the price of what we're buying in shipping.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think the reason is because there's no easy way to predict what shipping is when you're trying to ship internationally. Especially when you start getting into heavier objects and heavier items, because whereas in the States you ship something and it's kind of a flat fee wherever you go, if there's a difference between shipping something to Canada to shipping something to Europe to shipping something to Russia, and then you have to add in the customs forms on top of it, so it unfortunately doesn't lend itself well to a online commerce site where it has to be like, okay, well, the shipping's going to be this much for that, but then it has to, there's just a lot of calculations that go into it, and I think that to kind of save themselves the trouble, they have to overcharge for international shipping just to make sure that the package will actually reach.
And that's exactly it.
But even then, it is still pretty ridiculous, and I do understand his pain.
Oh yeah,
because it's ridiculous. I do wonder. Have you tried ordering like some shirts off of like Hot Topic? Because they carry some of the pony shirts, but I don't know how their shipping is versus We Love Finds.
Yeah, but even if we cannot order from Hot Topic because try to order to Europe, and they say, I'm sorry, but we don't make orders outside of the US borders. So
I didn't know that.
Even with that, we are screwed, because in Spain, if you try to buy something that is more expensive than 20 euros, that is stopped in customs, and you have to pay in order to unlock it and have it delivered to your house. Like I bought a Rarity plushie on eBay, and that was definitely more than 20 euros, and I had to pay 80 euros in taxes in order to move it from the airport to my house. And 80 euros is almost $100.
Well, have you tried, I mean, there are a few places that are getting, that are pulling shirt for European delivery. Truffle Shuffle is one of them.
Truffle Shuffle is a good one.
Yeah, they don't have as much for certain right now, and it definitely is a little bit more cutesy. They do have a lot more G3, but they are pulling some good ones. There's actually, I like this, the Group Shot T-shirt, actually, that they have. That looks pretty good.
However, I figured out a method that it's actually it's helpful. I did order from Will of Find, and I have a couple of their T-shirts. What I recommend people to do is that if you are going to order something, order a bunch of stuff, because it's worth it in the end to make one order for like 3 or 4 T-shirts than ordering one T-shirt, because they're going to charge you the same shipping. Mm-hmm. It's like if you order 3 T-shirts, that's going to be like $60 of T-shirts and $40 of shipping. It's better than order one T-shirt that is $20. They are going to charge you $40 of shipping.
Yeah.
So the more you order, the more worthy is paying $40 of shipping. That's what I did.
And maybe it makes a little bit of sense as well if you've got a local group that you're with. You could actually kind of work together with people of just like, hey, is there stuff you want to get on We Love Fine? You could pool all of your cash together and do just a big shipment. So you could get, 10, 15 T-shirts sent across all at once and kind of tack it all down that way.
A couple of my Spanish brownies and I we were planning on buying a bunch of stuff from Willow Fine, and we were like, okay, we're going to put this money, and the problem is that my computer broke at that moment, and I had to buy a new one. So, it's like bad karma.
Yeah, that takes care of your funds a little bit. That's a little sink in the wallet.
Yeah, but in the end, it's like, what's more useful to me? A pretty pony T-shirt or a computer that I'm going to use to make drawings, get connected to the internet, and stay in touch with everybody. So it's like, I think the pony T-shirt can wait. Let's get the computer first.
That might be the close choice, but I don't know. Pony T-shirt.
Yeah, pony T-shirts are fun.
Yep.
So I just looked at the We Love Fine website, just kind of look at shipping for here in the U.S., and they have a all over Wookiee shirt. that is like a print of Chewbacca's chest complete with bandolier as a shirt.
Because you want to make sure you're as masculine as possible, so it's like 100% body hair.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shirt is that is a shirt. Actually, I like that. I like the one right next to it, the Stormtrooper. That Stormtrooper shirt with the universe above him's pretty awesome.
I don't know. The new shirt with King Sombra wearing a sombrero, I think, is pretty sweet.
You think that was?
Yeah, who designed that?
I like that one a lot. I don't know. Somebody who's obviously very poor at self-promotion.
Someone who likes
subtle.
kitties and pixels. Yeah.
Somebody who is great and powerful on her own.
Oh, thank you.
I really want to get that Your Magic is Very Mainstream t-shirt. I've been wanting to get that since it was released. Love that one.
Hipster Trixie, thank you. That was one of the first ones I did for them. Yeah.
Yeah, Hipster Trixie is best Trixie. That was so much fun. I really wanted to get that one.
Yay.
Yeah, we should get some of the We Love Fine guys on again, because I'm curious now that things have gone. They've really got themselves kind of situated. They've got themselves figured out. I'm curious how, like, we've seen them go from like small little company to selling all of this stuff. I'm kind of curious, Even Sandy wants to be a cad and get this Flim Flam Brothers shirt. Put a dagger in my heart.
Oh, Sandy.
It's like, it's a promotional item. It came in the mail. I thought it was cool.
You traitor.
What do you mean it's not? Oh, no.
Unbreak my heart. Say you'll friend me again. Undo the hurt you caused when you put on a big Flim Flam Brother shirt.
That's graffiti, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Awesome. This is the power This is the power you get with the Bronyville podcast. All right, James. Good to hear from you, dude.
Okay, thank you guys for picking me up. That was awesome. Take care. See you all later.
Starry loves your accent.
Goodbye, Starry. See ya.
Bye.
All right, we'll grab one more. And this is a recurring friend of ours and guy that is always on our Twitter as well. Hey, Timo.
Hello.
How you going, Canadian sir?
Pretty good day. Good episode.
Heard you got the buttons. Glad you got them.
Yes, I did. They're quite nice. They're already on my coat.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Good that we got those across. Everything should have been sent out. Anyone that was needed buttons. I think the only one left is a Paris Sprite from our tabletop. I need to find a right size box to ship that. But beyond that, yeah, everybody should be getting those. So cool. What you got for us, Timmy?
I just want to make a comment on today's episode, because I'm wondering how many people, when Trixie told her backstory, were thinking she got what she deserved, versus, as far as I can see, she took her show to Ponyville and pretty much had her life ruined after that.
I thought that the graffiti thing was really weird.
Yeah, that was harsh.
It's like she gets stood up one time in one town, and I don't know if it was just I also noticed that there was a lot of repeats, so it's just she went to another town and Bon Bon was there.
I know.
So it's Bon Bon is just messing around with her. I don't know. That was very bizarre.
A lot of towns kind of looked like Ponyville.
They do.
And
she just circled around. All roads lead back to Ponyville. She's like, oh no.
I'll say one thing. She must have been a pretty successful rock farmer to get that bag of bits that she laid down for the amulet.
Well, there's already a comic up of showing her getting her pay from Pinky's father, and she uses that to go buy the amulet.
To remove those big rocks from Ponyville in the little game are 16,000 bits. So
there you go.
There you go. You got to pay that pony.
Trixie owns Enterplay. It all makes sense now.
Oh no, we've been. Yes, there we go. She's not actually. She didn't actually work at a rock farm. She was actually moving the rocks into the. She actually created the game, and we've been giving her the bits. Oh no!
Oh, we bought the amulet.
We gave her the money to buy the amulet. Why did we do this? Oh no! Even though I actually beat the game last night.
Oh, cool!
So I've got it all. After making some modifications. Making some modifications that made it fair. So I got to the point where it was like, all right, that's the end, and it does kind of end in a weird anticlimactic. Hey, you should add,
Now you have to buy Luna.
you should have cadence, and hey, you should have shining armor, and then that's it, as far as I could tell. So yes, Starry.
Kitty went to sleep, so I have to bug him.
Oh, I see. All right.
I'm still hoping for an update to the game at some point.
I know you hate me.
But now you have a kitten together, and so you're stuck.
Yes. Me and Starry had kittens. Stop it, baby.
This is why we do the videos now, so that if you want to, you can watch us on YouTube and see the antics of AC fighting with Starry live on stream.
Everything that you knew was always happening. All right. Well, let's go ahead and call this. Let's go ahead. We should do some email.
We have some emails.
First off, let me say thank you to Timo. He's still on the call.
Yep. Thank you. So keep up the great show.
Hey, thanks, man. Take care.
Take care.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on. We got a few emails to go ahead and go through. You can always email across us at Bronyville@gmail.com. I will go first, Sandy second, and Starry thirds. Starry thirds.
What?
Starry for thirds.
Don't you mean Pixel?
Pixel thirds.
So it's like...
Starry can definitely... Starry, if she ever wants to actually be on the show, could certainly be thirds. Sorry, this is what happens when we
I thought
fight.
you were doing that on purpose. I thought you were doing it to mess with her.
You know, it was a mistake, but I enjoyed it enough that it was messing with her that it seemed fine. So let me go ahead and start here. Hey, Apple Cider. Oh, hi. Nobody else gets a welcome on this one. Have you seen there's 2 official MLP Christmas prints coming out next week? Dark Hall Mansion's an official Hasbro license, and they also do a lot of official stuff for Peanuts, the Beatles, and specialize in limited edition screen prints. Their stuff is blown out in minutes in the past when they put prints on sale, like their Thanksgiving Charlie Brown print recently, so think that the word spreads they licensed MLP and did Christmas prints that boards are going to light up. Check these out on their Facebook to see them. I will click. Figure your members are going to flip when they see these, more if they find their next Friday when they go up, since they're crazy limited with millions of MLP fans and only 300 prints to go around for everybody. There's a super limited version for only 50 and a canvas MLP Christmas version of 15 for the whole world. Gotta figure collectors or dealers are gonna scramble for those. Sharing the MLP news and hope to pass it on. Think most members will want to know about these before they go on sale. Bye! DD. Alright, let me take a look at these. So we got...
The website gives no indication as to the actual cost of these.
Yeah, there's the... I guess I could just go ahead and do it like this. What? There's an example of one of them. I'm not sure if that's the canvas or if that's just the normal one. I'm not even sure like how big the canvas is. Oh, here we go. Here's another one that they have. Oh, that one's cute. I like that one. I really like the one with the stockings. Check that out, baby.
Aww.
That one's max cute. I like that. Fluttershy is all happy inside of there, and it has cute purple pony being cute. And it's even got Dash with goggles. And yes, it's got Fluttershy.
Fluttershy.
That's a very interesting Celestia that they have in the picture frame too.
Yeah, it is.
What?
I like it. I want one as long as it's not too horrifically expensive. Also, that looks like a fire hazard. Those are big stockings.
Yeah,
next
they are some little ponies, though.
Yep.
Huh. That is very nice, but Looks like good luck getting your hands on a copy.
Yeah, it might be difficult to get, but you know, if it's, I would spend $30, $50 maybe. Fine, Starry, you don't have to buy it. I'll buy it with my money. Or I'll buy it with Bronyville's money, which you can donate across to Bronyville over at our site at Bronyville.com.
That's supposed to be that's our debauchery cash for January.
Oh, okay.
We have to use it to party hard with.
Okay.
So, moving on.
Yes, Shepherds, go.
My dear Bronyvillians, let's hop right in here. I believe the King Sombra was a fantastic villain. Regardless of any backstory, he was a very menacing presence. Dark cloud of smoke hungering for a powerful artifact? Check. Guttural voice? Check. Amazingly over-the-top design, aka Lord Baron Donut Steel Von Evil Satan? Check. He is a villain of the bestial sort, concerned only with power via sustenance. He took over an empire before and has put powerful safeguards to regain the empire should he lose it. The door and the cage that held Twilight. As of the episode, all he has to worry about is some massive om-nom-nom, and he very nearly succeeds in obtaining it. Hoping to spark some semi-serious discussion, late though it may be, though I have seen trying to play devil's advocate for Sombra keep leaning very heavily on headcanon. I say he makes his own case well enough. No headcanon required. Thoughts, responses? Yours, Illusorus. Yeah, he was, I guess if you want more power via sustenance, he's like a giant elemental force trying to eat you. It's pretty menacing.
Yeah, he did, and as Falcon Punch has, he did almost win. That is true.
Yeah,
he did successfully kind of like beat Twilight, and it was only through the power of Twilight
wife
just
throwing.
going, by wife throw and Twilight just saying, "Hey, you go take care of this, Spike." I love the comic someone did where it was just like, Twilight, you are the one that has to do this, and then Luna coming back in saying, but why does she have to be the one? It's like, because I already paid for the stained glass window. I cannot get this changed. Oh no!
I still think they're just sort of setting him up for later. You know, he feels like there's more to the story that they're just not telling us yet. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, when are we going to be able to see you, Sandy? Maybe some point in the future.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just right now with our setup, it's not easy to have the like everything come across on the images. But you can see me in my scruffy face. I'll be clean shaven next week.
He is Scruffy McBeard Pony. All right, so moving on, Pixel, it is your turn.
All right. Dear Chef Sandy, Apple Cider, Starry Night, and all others who may or may not be present. That includes me. Hi, all. It's been a while since I've sent any emails. Just finishing up my first semester at college, and it's been pretty hectic. Love the last tabletop session you guys did, and I'm going to be putting out a pic based on it soon.
Yay!
Yay, pics! Now, I have a question for Starry. Is there any particular reason why you don't want to do the tabletop? Well, the doctor girlfriend voice they use for you is quite hilarious, and it is. I'd be interested in seeing more of everyone's favorite random background girl get the limelight. You, Pixelkitties, and Mike the Microphone really make the show good whenever you're on. Not to say it isn't good otherwise. Oh geez, Mike and Pixel in the same show. That'd be like too many pinkies, but in real life. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Stay classy, Bronyville. Your loyal listener, R.D. Stroke.
So I have moved the microphone to best pick up Starry's reaction, her reasoning. I have asked her this many times, but maybe she could explain it to you. And she remains silent.
Oh, Starry. You are bad at podcasts and bad at radio. You know, I think we are just fine using the Dr. Girlfriend, Apple Cider, why haven't you fed the cat yet?
I fed the cat this morning. No, I fed the cat this morning, dear. That's
Why
fine.
are you still doing a podcast?
It's because my friends are here. I just got a little bit more to do, baby.
I want tacos.
I know you want tacos. You told me that last night.
Too bad.
I know. The sad thing is, last night she was like, I want Mexican! Like, oh boy. It's like,
gosh.
I still ended up having leftovers, so shut your trap.
You shut your trap.
So there we go. Starry doesn't like... Starry says, I don't like games. I don't like fun. I like kitties. Kitties are pretty.
Yeah, she's told me just like, I don't think that's any fun. It doesn't seem good. I'm just like, what? Having a good time with a bunch of your friends and like making a story is dumb?
I never said it was dumb.
Well, then what is it?
I just said I wasn't interested. God, I have to be interested in every single thing that you like to do?
Yes!
Sweetie, when we first got together, you complained about how your last girlfriend did that to you, and you hated it.
Sweetie, I'm also being sarcastic.
Welcome to Bronyville Relationship Hour.
Where
this is going bad places really fast.
Where Cider and Starry work through all their problems through yelling.
Cider, I think you should read an email.
I guess I should. Excuse me, could you go get me some more packs? Remember, get the ones in the blue carton. Oh, God. All right. All right, let's see. Let me scroll down here. Tabletop session. Okay. Mr. Sandy, Mr. Cider, this is your email should you choose to read it. Oh, good. It came to the right places. It's Digit Shine again, here to tell you about Nerdicon V7, the 7th annual Nerdicon. It's a general nerd convention in Columbus, Georgia that's free of charge. I've never gone to any other con, and every year I'm a member of Nerdicon volunteer staff. This year, I was stuck behind a bag/coat check table when I wasn't hosting a panel, one of which was about bronies. This is the first year we'll actually have such a panel, mostly because we don't know how such a diverse group like Trekkies, gamers, Whovians, etc. would handle a new fandom sharing the spotlight. The answer is that a lot of them are bronies too. In fact, over a third of the vendors there had some sort of brony merch, and 3 only had brony merch. Overall, it was a successful con, and despite free admittance and parking, we made a profit off drinks, t-shirts, tournaments, and other voluntary things. What I really want to ask you now is whether you'd honor us with your presence. We'd look for new personalities to attend the convention every year. This year it was Walking Dead crew and Sci-Fi Guy. With such a... Well, it makes sense considering it's in Columbus, Georgia. With such a large brony presence and expected growth in G8, we know a brony-centric podcast would fit right in. We don't have an actual record. We don't have to actually record anything if you don't want to. We'd still love to have you there anyway. If you're curious about the con, you have more information at nerdicon.campusnerds.org. Your brony-corn in Atlanta, Digit Shine. I wouldn't put it against it. Georgia is my home state, and Atlanta is my home city.
Honey, we should go. That sounds like it'd be fun.
Really, Starry? I mean, we just have to schedule some time that we could go across. But, I wouldn't mind heading back to Georgia for a little bit.
We could see a family and everything.
That'd be great. Yeah, and we'd need to see, because, Chef would have to come. Are you okay with sharing some time with Chef?
Oh, I don't know. That guy, he's a weirdo.
Yeah, I know you feel that way. You shouldn't say that, shouldn't.
Why would she say such a thing?
I don't know. It's on recorded on live radio. It's rather ridiculous. I find it kind of hurtful. So.
It's okay. I can still count on you, AC.
I'm glad you can. Rex Shepherd.
Get out of here, stalker.
Shepherd.
But Rex
Shepherd.
Wait, no. Goodness, that's hard to do. So that might be fun. If we're still around and doing this show next year, that might be something to put on our schedule. That is cool.
Big Big breaths, baby. Big breaths. You can get through this.
All right. So that is very cool.
Your turn, Cheffers.
All right. Hey, Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, and Story. I just wanted to send you a quick note. Thank you guys for doing an awesome job every week. Not exactly a Brony or Pegasister, hate that name, but one of those weird older pony collectors who actually likes the G1 ponies and Friendship's Magic as well. One of the reasons I write in today is to say I appreciate that you guys try to take the don't put stuff on fire approach to the fandom and G1 stuff in particular. If someone had told me 5 years ago that MLP would be this big today and loved by such an unlikely group of fans, I would have laughed out loud. The one thing I don't like about the fandom sometimes, and I know the majority of people are pretty tolerant, is people hating on the first generation. I know it looks weird today and wasn't the best quality, but to us older collectors it's part of our childhood, and that nostalgia makes a big part of our love for the little plastic ponies. These ugly ponies were much loved by Lauren Faust and are part of the reason we have Friendship's Magic today. Smiley face. So thank you guys for always making a point of having respect for G1 people and having a collector on the show a while ago. The stuff I love about the fandom way outweighs this little thing. The show is absolutely fantastic, addictive, and so well made. And the fandom is awesome. So much creativity, charity, and dare I say power. Thanks to you guys, we're getting better toys and merchandise, which as a collector, I totally adore. And of course, a weekly pony podcast, which is fantastic. I love that you take a professional approach to the whole thing, and it gives me a chance to stay up late with the fandom, and it just makes me smile so much when I'm stuck at my computer at work. So thank you for that. So I finally got around to making an Apple ID shutter just to give you guys your first iTunes review and 5 stars on the Belgian part of iTunes. It isn't Dutch, but I can assure you it is all positive. I was amazed no pony had done so before me because I'm certain I can't be the only Belgian pony fan out there. So Belgian bronies, get on those 5-star reviews. So thanks for everything and keep up the good work. Fire free from tiny cold Belgium. P.S. Best pony, Twilight Sparkle with a dash of rarity under a tree with apple pie.
Wait,
P.P.S. No innuendo intended. I just couldn't decide. So yeah, actually, when it comes to the G1 stuff, that's the roots of the fandom, and we wouldn't exist without them. One of the things we've had some discussion with the ladies behind the My Little Pony fanfare, the older gen collectors, and we're talk to them, and we're going to have them on the show at some point here in the near future. These are the ladies that run the Old School Collectors Fair. I think it's in Florida. We're going to try to have them on at some point in the near future, hopefully before the end of the year, but scheduling, we shall see.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was a great discussion we had with them because they came into the convention and they're used to the kind of the My Little Pony conventions of old, which was very collector based, very very, I guess you could say, sedate, just kind of passing information, enjoying the shows and the stuff that was out there. But it was much more relaxed, opposed to us kind of like Brody's woo like style of conventions. Being very internet savvy and being very, very, very energetic. But it was very neat to have to speak with them and have their kind of thing of them coming to us and being like, but what is it you guys like? Like, what is it about the show? Was it My Little Ponies? What is it that you get out of it? And they were actually really surprised from us as just like, their collectors are like, do you collect? I'm like, oh yeah, like here. This is me collecting. I've certainly, and Starry and I have certainly collected our bounty of pony merch and set a whole. Yeah, we still got to get you some G1s, but we've definitely scooped up a ton of G4 merch.
Yeah, I know that I've kind of hit the point where there's not anything else for me to purchase that I want.
Yeah,
I'm not as big on the brushables, and I haven't seen the Princess set in the wild, the one that has Celestia, Luna, and Cadence, but I'd probably buy that if I saw it. But yeah, I've bought pretty much all the pony stuff that I could purchase that would be fandom related.
Yeah, I think the last one we purchased was the Applejack, Apple Bloom, Diamond Tiara 3-set.
Mm-hmm.
I had that, pick that up, and that was pretty good just to have that 3-pack. I've actually got some that I want to get rid of because I've kind of got the Applejack barn. I'm just like, this is unnecessarily big. I just need to get rid of you. So that's kind of.
But I keep all my Fluttershy's.
Yes, you will retain all of your Fluttershy's. I might Toys for Tots some of the excess that I've got right now. So.
Well, I currently have my stuff in a box. We recently reorganized my apartment to help accommodate our new roommate, and so I have to completely redo my pony shelf. So I get a new shelf to put my cartoon horses on. Yay! Yay! And that sounds so weird to say, but it's true.
Squeaky Sandy.
Yay!
That's how you know he's super excited.
I see. It does. That's correct.
Like me.
See? Yep. And for those of you that was afraid Starry died, no, she's back.
I'm back and better than ever.
Guess who's
It's
back?
true.
Trixie's back. Wait, no. We did that earlier. All right. Let's see. Next email. That's going to be for Miss Pixelkitties.
Let's see here.
Let's see. Is that it?
That's it, I think. All right. I have a dare for Chef Sandy.
Ooh.
I dare you to say Twilight Sparkle is best pony on the air. If you do, I may be tempted to make a small donation to your podcast. A couple of things. Can I recommend a Tumblr? Disorderly Conduct is a brilliant take on Discord and Chrysalis and can be found at disorderlyconduct.tumblr.com. Oh, and how about this? And I love hearing the sound of Pixelkitties and Midnight Shadow's voices. I think the latter is because he is British, totally not biased, and the former because I can't place her accent. Signed, the Underwood Pony. P.S. I've been able as of late to listen to the streamed recordings, and I would like to try recording the past shows, as I find them quite interesting and amusing. These would be personal recordings, given my lack of IT skills. So I hope you won't object. My internet goes dead at about the time you do the live shows. Bloomin' BT.
All right. Well, if it's for a good cause.
Oh boy, here we go.
Get the sound clip ready.
Twilight Sparkle is best pony.
There we go. Done.
Sees new ringtone. Go.
Anytime you send me a message from now on, I'm going to make sure that gets played. Actually, I'm surprised that it wasn't the opposite. Somebody trying to make me try and say something fluttered blue is. Well, while Sandy is still swallowing his own tongue, let's see. Yes, Midnight Shadow is terribly British. That's the thing about having for us, for us Americans, having someone be British on the show does one of two things. It either immediately makes your show seem more educated or more evil. One of the two.
It's true.
It's just like, hello, I'm Midnight Shadow. So now your show is now either...
It's incredibly classy.
Yes, it's just...
I would like you to know that I do so like Twilight Sparkle. She is a fantastic pony.
Yeah.
And that Story is, in fact, the worst pony whatsoever.
Why does he sound like news British?
Today on the BBC, we
here on Bronyville, we would like to report that the Story Night of the Bronyville podcast is, in fact, the worst pony.
Oh!
British
burned.
That's BBC British Pony. I said they're evil, so the British voice is oddly.
Oh, Cider, why you listen to these people?
Why you make my girlfriend cry, huh?
Oh. Yeah, they asked about my accent. I don't really have an accent.
Starry, we're doing a show. Please stop being morally offended by my co-host.
Oh, AC, well, now you gotta say this, ex-Sheppy, if you look at what he's saying. We'll say lots of things for money.
Wait, what? I'm trying to see. I don't see it. trying to find it in the chat. I don't see it.
Derpy is best pony.
Oh yeah, Derpy's best pony.
You just said it. You just said it.
We'll say lots of things.
Yeah, I mean, Derpy. If I have to choose one that is not one of the main 6, I'll definitely say Derpy is best pony.
Yeah, she is best merchandised mare.
Yeah, I have no problem.
She is the most merchandised background pony, short of probably Lyra and Trixie.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I will definitely.
She will never be dead as long as she lives on in your heart.
All right. Well, let's see. I think that is. Let's see.
That's not very nice, Quinn. That's not very nice at all. So, anyways,
yes.
AC.
Let's go ahead and move forward. Let's do this. And by the way, I must go ahead. Oh, well, there was a extra space there, so I got confused. All right, well, that's emails. As said, you can always go ahead and email across to us at bronyville@gmail.com, and we will take your email addresses. We will take your emails and possibly put them on the show if they are show-worthy, etc. It's time for our 5-star iTunes Bronies. Chef, you're going to have to count the number, because we didn't actually get the count for the 5 stars this week.
Oh, that would be... Let me go to the page.
And we were 17 this week. We actually got to 17th on the on all of the TV and movies on iTunes.
Yep. We currently have 748 ratings. 735 of them are 5-star.
Woohoo!
And we had a whole bunch of interviews reviews, not interviews. Derp.
And this is on the U.S. store, so thanks over to... Oh, you want to go ahead and read them?
I'll get Starry to read it. 5-Iron Brony, the Alpha Knight, David Divad, SD Charger Fan AZ. So I guess he's a San Diego Charger fan who lives in Arizona. What's with that? Frothy Mocha, Crank Scratch, Miguel Mendoza, and Inky J. We less than 3U. Smiley face.
Hey, thanks, Starry. It's glad to see you to contribute. Who are our donators this week, Starry?
Well, that would be Jay Rodenberger, A. Stevens, and E. Leonardson, yet again.
That's awesome. Good for those donators to put across. You know, anybody that donates across to us, and you can go to the donation link over at BronyvillePodcast.com and donate across to us. Gets us to conventions, gets us swag, allows us to go ahead and put on great material for you guys. So if you can do that, that is awesome. You want to go ahead and give them a yay, Starry?
Yay.
Thank you. You're being so helpful this episode. I appreciate it. Friendship's dulcet tones.
Friendship really is magic. So we're down to our one cool thing.
Oh, hey, Sandy, you're here? Sorry.
Of course.
Sandy.
Good to have you back.
So we have our cool thing this week. Apple Cider, what do you got?
I have Red Spy. There's a Red Spy in the base.
Oh, no. So this video. Tell us about this video, AC.
So, do any of you like TF2? Have you ever had a chance to play it? There are perhaps some silly things that happen in TF2. And so there's that Bad Seed song that came in last week, and it was all kind of crazy. Well, somebody did kind of a remix, and I'll play a little bit of it now. You know. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's really good. Somebody took a lot of time and effort to do this, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's you should probably go see it because they put the entire Bad Seed song on top of it, and it is rather it's not a one-for-one parody, which leads to some ridiculousness of why won't he die? So just some ridiculous lines. That Spy was a fine piece of work. You know, just taking the sound clips from everything that's there. So that was rather neat. So I would recommend that. That's My Little Fortress 2 Red Spy. Link is in the show notes. The show notes is at BronyvillePodcast.com. So you should check it out there. Sandy?
My choice for this week is Ponyator's very funny little Trickster Duel. I don't know how he got this out there so fast. Holy crap. Because it was out and posted at 10 a.m. by Seth when the episode aired at 9:30. So he got to work apparently. Well, he probably might already had some of it already made, but he got it out there when the show ended. It's pretty impressive. So give that a watch.
All right, that's cool. So they just had everything all the crazy animation to add to it. I think there was a lot of like guessing that turned out to be not too far off, kind of similar to Pixel's own image that she did earlier today and was right on top of it.
Yeah, they've been very nice about giving us, it seems like at least 3 preview trailer sneak peeks kind of thing every week before the episode comes out. So it gives you enough to kind of work with and start to plan what you're going to do ahead of time.
Now, how do you feel about the clips that they're sending out now? I guess for you kind of like it because it lets you get ahead.
Oh, it's wonderful. I could do the stuff I've been doing without getting at least that little bit of a heads up.
A little nugget of information. I've tried to steer clear of them as much as I can to keep the episodes wholesome.
I'm impatient. Even if I wasn't doing comics, I'd be watching every tiny kernel of wonderfulness they send our way.
Well, you know what will require some patience? The thing that is your one cool thing.
Wow. Okay, so there's papercraft, right? There's these really nice little folded characters and things people make out of flat pieces of paper and turn them into really impressive 3D real-world models. And then there's this thing. It's a giant papercraft Luna, and it's huge. It stands over 4 feet tall, and it looks freaking awesome. I mean, it's just beautiful, and it apparently took, let me see here how long this was. I thought I saw it. 250 plus hours to complete. Yeah. It is amazing, and it turned out so nicely. So, the person who made it is on DeviantArt under the name Znegil, Znegil, and as soon as I saw this on EQD, I was amazed. It really is something you have to see.
Yeah, that's something I'd just be like, all right, I've made it. I'm just never leaving the house. Just going to stay here for a while. It is pretty amazing. I would hate anything to happen to it. It's really quite fascinating.
Yeah, consider how fragile something that big made of paper must be, and yeah, I don't have the patience, and I'm too much of a klutz to have something like that.
I hope there's a wireframe or something inside of there. That would...
One could hope.
One would hope. All right, that's cool. All right, so that is One Cool Thing time, so thank you very much, you 3, for that. And that takes us close to the end of the show, or pretty much the end of the show.
It's the end of the show.
Yay, show ends. All right, let me clean this up.
We need like a jingle. End of the show, we get to go eat lunch now. It's the end of the show, yay.
Hey, cool, we just got a jingle. Thanks.
There we go.
And thank you very much, Chef Sandy, for the jingle that can now be used at the end of the show. There is an email time jingle. Are you going to sing it for me?
No.
Well, there was mail time. I could use the mail time song from Blue's Clues.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end up this show. Put a big bow on it. That was Trixie episode. Let's go ahead and do this. First off, I want to go ahead and always thank Pixel for showing up. Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you so much for having me, as always, and on this auspicious Trixie occasion, I even more appreciate it.
Hey, glad to have you. Glad that you were able to find your new love, your new #1 episode in a duel. I'm sure you'll go back and watch it again very soon.
And again and again.
Yep. Thank you very much, as always, Sandy, Thunderbringer Deluxe.
Count on me.
I do most dependable of Starry voice makers.
Yes, indeed.
And as always, let me also thank Starry. Thank you, Starry, for showing up on the episode.
You're welcome.
All right, cool. And as always, I want to thank the fans, regardless if you are the type that goes over to the justin.tv/Bronyville podcast while we do the show live, or if you pick it up on iTunes, or you know, however you decide to get the show, thank you for grabbing it, however you decide to do this. So let's go ahead and do this. If you picked up the show, if you want to find out where to find all this silliness, well, here's what you do. You go over to BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. That is the website that you can find it. Play the audio directly there. Or, you know, just check out the post that we have. As said, show notes are here for every single episode, so you can follow along with everything we're talking about. Want to send us an email? That's Bronyville@gmail.com. Just go ahead and submit across. If you got a question, if you got something you want to say, try and keep them short-ish-er, so that way we can actually read them. You can join us roughly every Saturday, noon Pacific Daylight Time at justin.tv/Bronyville podcast. That should be Pacific Standard Time. We have a YouTube page now, so everyone that has wanted to see the videos and look at our faces and look at the chat and everything that normally goes on for the show, you can do it now. Our YouTube channel is, let me hover over the link, youtube.com/user/Bronyville podcast. So go subscribe, send us a bunch of subscriptions, and go watch the episode there if you want to see everything in its high-def glory and see me fumble through the comic today. Yep. Moving forward, iTunes reviews, we love them, and we say your name if you do one, so go over to the U.S. store. That's the one we mainly look at, but if you are local, you can certainly put one on your own thing. You know, we've bested Kevin Smith. There are Mark Marons and others of the world that need to be bested by us as well, so please keep pressing forward. We need to make sure that we can stay up there so we can be the premium pony podcast for those looking for info on the fandom. You can always listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 11 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is @Bronyville.
Mine's Chef Sandy.
And meetup groups, I have the Bronies of Northern California.
And I've got the North Texas Bronies.
And we should probably put in conventions. We will be going to Further Confusion, and I shall be at Las Pegasus Unicon.
Yep.
Put those down. All right.
And we're still looking for maybe do some more this year. We will see.
Yep. If you want us to be at a convention, totally contact your convention chairs. What we want to do is we want to be on the stage. We love to be MCs. We love to put on panels. So if there is a convention coming up for you, Brony conventions especially, we don't have the reach as some of these big groups do, so we sometimes need your help to push us across. So if you can send a message across, post that you want the Bronyville Podcast Gang to show up at your convention and help out, we will be more than willing to talk about it and see if we can get there. And that'll be it. That is Bronyville episode number 83. Thank you all for listening to our craziness and our tricksiness. We're going to have to call it for this week. Next week, I don't know what the episode is related to. I don't know if it could be for...
Next week's the Scootaloo episode. Next week, we get to find out that Scootaloo is in fact homeless.
Wait, what?
Or not.
It's actually a Scootsaroo episode?
Yeah, it's Sleepless in Ponyville, I think. Let me double check. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the next one.
I think that's it, yeah.
Oh, wow. This could be... Oh, boy. You want to get all your Scoot fix ready? See how well these crash?
Sad Scoots in Snow. Sleepless in Ponyville doesn't have a writer yet. We will see.
Ooh.
Episode 8 doesn't have an episode name yet. Still. We shall see. We shall see. All right, so...
Yep, all right, well, we'll take care of that, but that's for next week. Till then, you know what you should do? This is very important. Sleep well, every pony.
Adios.
Bye.
Hit the button! Hit the button.
I'm hitting the button. Calm your pants.
It's over!
Yay, it's over!
We only had like 2 or 3 technical malfunctions.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever. But yeah, it was Scoots episode. I've been wanting a Scoots episode since season 1. He is my favorite of the CMCs.
I do hope that
he is best foal.
Yeah, I do hope. I'm reading it, and I hope that they do get in a little bit of a backstory.
I hope so too.
Yeah, because
plus it's also an opportunity for them to be like a little on the. You know, Scoots is having nightmares. There will probably be a dream sequence or 2. Thanks to Rainbow Dash, who's a total jerk.
What are the chances we'll actually see her parents, and then that will completely undo every sad scoot fit that's ever been done?
Yeah.
Watch it be someone that completely breaks our headcanon. Watch it be like Bon Bon, and we're like, I don't know.
She's the adopted daughter of Lyra and Bon Bon, lives at their house with them, and Lyra's making pudding at 3 a.m. because she's lost control of her life.
The amount of if it was Bon Bon, the brain explode would be enormous. The mind crater that would be left.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, so
fan
Earth
service
Pony
this week, fan destruction next week.
I tell you what, though, this week I posted that pic the other day on Twitter. That's like the great and powerful Trixie is like what is so sad she ruined your fan fiction or something like that. And it this week didn't.
No.
All of the stories that I have read, minus probably one of Avery Strange's ones, Kindness's Reward, can still happen as written, because that one particular story had Trixie in the woods eating pine cones and being found near death by Fluttershy. But that could still happen, maybe, but probably a lot less likely. Fiction.
Alright, guys, I fear I must run. It is Thanksgiving time again, so I will thank you for having me on, as always.
You get a second Thanksgiving time, or?
Well, we went to see the parents last weekend and did that, but we didn't get to hang out with our friends or do any of that. So we're doing a second Thanksgiving this weekend with just friends and playing video games and Carcassonne and all the fun stuff that parents generally don't. So,
all right, that's cool.
Well, thank you guys. I love y'all.
Head along, Pixel.
We love you too, Pixel. Yay!
Bye.
Bye, you.
Bye, Pixel. See you next time.
Wow, she's got a little bit of an Aussie accent there, too. Crikey.
Crikey, mate.
I'm strip on the barbie. Oh,
story roo. Gotta watch out for them drop bears.
Dago ate my baby.
Get the real Aussie back on. Did we have an Aussie on?
Lightning Hoof.
Lightning Hoof was. Oh, right. Duh.
Oh, God.
See,
yeah,
I like that we're like so super international. Like people from all over the world calling in. We had the Malaysian guys, and we had the European guys, and the Canadian guys, and the Spanish guys. But we haven't had any Mexican or South. Have we had any South Americans?
Oh, God, I need it. Wait, no, Tetra lives in.
Yeah, but he's
from those countries. I mean, yeah, that live in the countries. I meant.
Well, the problem is, like, South African is like really they are pretty much at dial-up still. So you know, that one's pretty rough. I have a friend from there, and it's literally just like, yeah, I've got a cap of like 500 megabytes. It's like, ugh.
A year. No. But yes, I like the fact that we can just talk to people from all over the world.
Yeah, pretty swank. It's cool.
The guy that lives in Equestria. I don't know about that. So now I'm going to figure out some dinner.
Are you?
It's 4:36, and people are coming over at 6.
I don't know, Starry. If we get this place cleaned up a little bit, you want to see if any of our locals want to hang?
For what?
I don't know. You want to get Raichu, see if she's free, or?
Yeah, we'll need to have her on when we do get the Pony Fair gals on.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you feel like? Our weekend? I don't know. You know me. I'm random, so.
Yeah, you are random.
Yeah. It's true. I do, and I make these plans like immediately.
Hey, nothing wrong about that.
Yep. All right. Well, go ahead. Head on out.
Good show,
Shepherds.
and I hope that people have enjoyed my Starry Night. Welcome to Bronyville. Oh man, that's not right. It's wrong.
That's a rattler.
What's a knife?
Sad thing.
Cut out his eye with a bigger knife.
No. All of a sudden, Chef is maniacal Australian villain number 87.
Man. All right. Well. As for how soon is the MLP fair up? As soon as they get back to us on the emails. Sometimes things get lost, and it's the holiday season, so we shall see.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and call this. You gonna call it, baby?
Yep.
All
the
right.
pool's closed. We'll see you next week.
Pool's closed due to friendship.
Yep.